And you came to Captiva when?
Well,
Or how'd you hear about Captiva?
I've been all around the island for quite a good number of years before I ever landed here. I lived all over this country. I first come down here from Tampa in about 1918 and 19 to Boca Grande. So I got off the train at Boca Grande. That's, of course, it was Gasparilla Island. And Scott River outfit, Fred Wagner had a fishing camp, commercial fishing camp, down here in Turtles Bay. I just heard from the boys that's been working down here. The captain lived in Tampa, and a lot of the help was running this outfit down here. And they told me about it, told me anytime I come on down and get a job. Well, I had a hard job getting my mother to let me go. She finally let me go, put me on a train, and I got on the train, told them I wanted to go to Gasparilla Island. And that's where they brought me and let me off at the north end of Boca Grande. That's Gasparilla. That's the name of the island, Gasparilla Island. And I got off the train and looked all around. I couldn't see nobody. Finally, I saw a sign that says general merchandise. And I went down there. It was just a grocery store and post office all in one deal. And Gus Cole was the fellow's name. I didn't know it until I found out his name. I introduced myself, and he introduced me. And I told him what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to Fred Wagner's fish camp. I got a job with him. And he said, well, there ain't nobody in town now, but there's a captain of another outfit in town, and he'd be going down about 10 o'clock tonight. And I'll tell him, and he can take you down there. And I said, well, that's all right, suits me. So, remember the name of the fellow, Dan Futz. I sat around there and waited till he got ready to come down that night. And I got his boat, and he took me down and dropped me off at this place where I had a job. It was a camp out on the middle of the bay on pilings, commercial fishermen. And that was that part. Of course, the captain, I knew the boys, because they lived in Tampa, see, that's how come to get the job. And they told me I could get it. So I saw the boys and met the captain, and he said, you're hired. And that started my career down here. It's just about 10 miles, 15 miles from here to Turtle Bay, a place in Charlotte Harbor, where this bay is. And that started me off. Now, I fish with them off and on. Once in a while, we get to go home, go to Tampa. We just fished and fished. We moved all over the bay. We fished all over the country, out down around the beaches here, and towed off for miles all around. Finally, wound up moving, camping at a place called Jug Creek. This place here, Jug Creek, is the west mile of Jug Creek. Comes into the bay. And there's a house there. And this house had ace of hearts carved out of wood all around the house. And this, as I understand it, it was a gambling place for the Youre Island. They'd come, and anywhere around, they'd come there and meet to this place. But when we was living there, it was all vacant. There wasn't nothing to it, just falling apart. So we fished around there, all around the bays, different places. And we'd come off of Captiva and the side or down the beaches and places. And then that for year 2, and in 1921, was living at this Dell Creek place here, and in 1921 a hurricane came. And what was got me was, how did he know it was going to be a hurricane? The captain. Now I was a kid, you know. But we had to go over to Point Blanca. That was next to Giuseppe over there where the ice house used to be. And that's where the fish boat would stop and leave our supplies off. And we had some supplies coming down. And I told the captain that evening, he says, I got the boats all net boated and everything. Now I'm going over to the ice house and get our groceries and stuff. He said, before you go, hook on to this, they call it a lighter. It's a house, a barge, it's made of a house for camp, fish camp. See? He said, before you go, take your anchor and tow this boat up there and put it in this bayou up there. Take the lighter up there and put it in the bayou. I said, I'll do it when I come back. He said, no, you won't, you do it now. All right, damn it, I'll do it now. I grabbed the anchor, put it in the boat, and towed it up there and chucked the ass overboard and went over to Fort Michael and got my groceries and got on back there about 10 o'clock, 9 or 10 o'clock. And I got up on my bunk and went to sleep. And that's while they come in and woke me and shook me up. Shook me, hey, you got home just in time. I said, what are you talking about just in time? The hurricane is here. I said, the hell with a hurricane. I rolled up and went to sleep. I slept off it all night long. And the next morning, when I got up, the tide is rising about six feet above what it usually is. 6 feet above that tide, that 1921 hurricane. So we rode it out, didn't hurt us any. And that's the way it went from then on. That's the first coming down here. Fished out of Point Water, Boca Grande, and north end of it, Gasparilla Island, we call it. That's the reason they call it the Gasparilla Island. They kept a king pirate. Gasparilla, that the government captured. Must have captured him here. And that's what they named the island after, this King Gasparilla was the name of this captain that they captured. And every winter, they do it yet, they have that carnival and circus in Tampa. Every year, King Gasparilla. I remember I used to drive my mother's, I drove up Ford when I was 10, 12 years old, back in that day. Model T. And I remember we were sitting up on a grandstand there watching the Cowboys and so forth, and there comes a man on a horse and an Indian running along throwing balls up in the air, and he was shooting them. Bam! You can see the balls splatter, and bam, bam, and then they're all out. This here is, what's the name of that famous Buffalo Bill?
Buffalo Bill?
Buffalo Bill, yeah. Be sure now. That's right, being a famous cowboy, and that's not his real name, but that's what they called him, Buffalo Bill. And I said, then I always read stories about him. I go, well, I did get a chance to see him when I was a kid. But Buffalo Bill, that was him.
How'd you meet Dessa?
Huh?
How'd you meet Dessa?
Oh.
Was she a child bride?
We was fishing out of Point Water and running our fish to Point Water. And let's go up there and we go there, go to the picture show, and then they had a bathing pavilion out there, and I tried to get out there on Sundays when I could. And be with other people and went swimming. And that's where I met her, out on this dock, this pier. It was a city pier running out in the bay there. That's where I met her. And then I went around to see them, and I could when they would come to town. Then, time after that, well, I fished with her father, who was a fisherman. And we fooled around there, and we decided we wanted to get married, this kid. And it was all right with them. So they took us into town from over there, St. James. Back no bridges or nothing back then. They got in a boat and went up the river to Fort Myers and went to the courthouse. And they married us all.
Was she
That was it.
14?
Huh?
Was she 14?
About that, yeah.
And how old were you?
I think I was about 19,
Oh.
18 or 19.
Mm-hmm. Then did you bring her back to Captiva?
Oh, then from then on, we was living in St. James. We went back to St. James, yeah. And from then on, we just moved all around. We moved one place and then another place and different places. And we used to come over here, and some people over here. We come see them about 1920. Let's see, 21. We spent that at Good Creek, 10 miles, 15 miles from here. And they, something about that pass and the county commissioners, the still called it, said it was went through there in 24, something, I don't know. I can't think too good.
You're doing fine.
Oh, 1921 hurricane. That was the 1921 hurricane I was telling you about.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the one that washed Redfish Pass through. Yeah. And they had trees, limbs, and everything in that pass there, and it made the reason they call it Redfish Pass. They caught so many redfish down there, they named it Redfish Pass. But the first pass, every time they come up with New Pass, until they named it Redfish Pass. And that was 1921 when that pass went through there. But the county commissioner says it was 1926, and it's not. Ain't too many people living around can deny it now. I know it, but I know it. And they said it was 1926. It was 1921 when that hurricane went through there. I know the history of that place from my father-in-law. They lived here. They said years ago, before that pass washed through there, it was so narrow across there that they wanted to go out here to get in the Gulf. They had to go all the way to Captiva Pass. That was the closest place, or way down to Blind Pass. Blind Pass was never sure. And they used to roll their boats across, pick them up, and get inside and push them right across, only 75 feet or something like that. That there, and that's why it washed through there, so narrow. And that hurricane.
How'd you get here?
Well, like I say, we camped all around the place there, and it happened to be one of my wife's uncles was living in this house that's over the water down there. You know, right about a half a block over was the house over the water. And he used to live there. And he worked for some people that was here, Big Bright. Well, life went on. We finally moved over here. Moved over on Buck Key, across the water over there. And moved around here for several years. I guess that must have been about 26, 27, somewhere along there.
Did you build the little house that's out in the water here?
No, that house out there, that used to be the grocery store.
Was it a grocery store when you
It was a
bought it?
grocery store and gas pump there. Folks get groceries and gas there. That's when we first moved down here. And after being down here for a few years, around, uh, Mrs. Randall, her husband had died.
Mrs. Who?
Randall,
Oh,
she
Randall?
got a house up there. I guess it's still called Randall's house. I don't know. Right across from the, what's this? First big house. I don't know. I mean, that's wrong, but it's Randall's house. It's the oldest house, one of the old houses in there. And one day, I was guiding for Twin Waters. And she sent word down she wanted to see me. Some kid come to the house. I was living in Palmetto Shack down the street here. And she come to the door and asked for me, and I said, what do you want? She said, Mrs. Randall wants to see you. So I said, okay, fine. So I go down and see Mrs. Randall. And her husband had been dead for a year or two, 2 or 3 years, something like that. And she said, Andy, I'll offer a price for that dock down there, but I'd rather you to have it. So I said, well, how much you told me? She says, $800. I said, well, I happen to think that a friend of mine had told me, a person that I knew, had told me that, Andy, if you ever run into something where you need a little money, just let me know. And so I thought about this fellow, and I said, I believe I do know where I can get that money, Mr. Randall. I said, well, don't do nothing till I find out. She says, okay, I'll wait and see what you're doing. So I rushed right down to Twin Waters. I was guiding for Twin Waters and Mr.
Dink Darling?
Huh?
Dink Darling?
Dink Darling, yeah. This is the one that told me about it. So I went down there to see him, and I told him what the story was. And Mrs. Randall wanted me to have it instead of this other person. So I thought I could do it. He said, okay, buddy. He peeled off $800 and gave it to me. I thanked him, took off, and come down, and gave Mrs. Randall $800. She wrote me out a bill of sale, and I got to be the owner of the Captiva grocery and pier. So I didn't want to fool with no grocery store. So I talked Mr. Darling into buying this where the place is now. It was an annex, a 2-story building where the store is now. And I said to move it up to there. And he said, well, I think that'd be a good idea. So I don't know what he had bought or anything, but the first thing I know, he was tearing that old building down, and he built the building there. And that's what the Captiva store is. He taken it over right there. And I didn't want it. And I kept my pier out here.
The mailboat stopped here?
Yeah, mailboats are stopping right here. They go to the post office first. The post office is down here at Timmy's Nook. The boats come from Fort Myers, come in there, go there and put the mail out. Then they come down to this dock and pick up orders and freight from Fort Myers. Then you go back and pick up the mail and head it out for Fort Myers.
Then later you operated a restaurant, which got to be very popular.
Well, we started the restaurant. Yeah, we got rid of the grocery business, but we kept beer and stuff there and made a restaurant out of it. Of course, fishing tackle. I was most interested in boats and fishing tackle and bait. That's where I was most interested in. I didn't want to care about the store. That's where that happened. And my wife, she didn't care too much about being in a restaurant. She's doing all the work. And she quit. She wouldn't work on no more. So I just closed the restaurant up altogether and just kept my fishing tackle and bait shop there. And boats. Boats, fishing tackle, and bait. And I'd go out, catch my own bait. I said, oh, we done pretty good. We got along pretty good with it. I made enough money to buy this place, this house, and several other lots around here. I love it.
Was there any rum running business around here?
Then, plenty of it. Yeah. I never, we used to try to hunt it, because a lot of times they bring in buried places on the beaches, and we try to find it, hijack it. We never had much luck at it. But if we ever run into them, they'd give us all we wanted to drink. I never drank much of it.
What about one-armed bandits?
Huh?
One-armed bandits.
Oh, that's them slot machines. Yeah, well, we had one down there. We didn't keep it too long. It didn't not too much. Didn't have many of them here.
But this was a great Saturday night gathering place, wasn't it?
Huh?
This was a great Saturday night gathering
Every
place.
Saturday night we'd have a party. Yeah. And sing and play guitar and what we have there every Saturday night. And everybody looked forward to Saturday night. The only place on the whole island, including Sanibel. We get a lot of people from Sanibel down here. All around. Even got so someone heard about it come from the mainland on Saturday nights in boats from Fort Myers Beach and places where they didn't have much of this stuff. And had people from all over around this country.
You had a sailboat, the Portia.
Mary Portia. Yeah. I bought it. Well, I didn't have any boats. See, I was guiding between waters, using enough boats too. A 25-foot open boat and a 45-foot cruiser. I run both of them, and when I take this place over, I had to give that up, but then I needed boats I could guide too. And on spare time, and rent boats out for other people to take. I had little inboard motors in them. People go out and run them themselves. It took along, either that. And then they were pretty successful. They learned how to take that little old one along, chugs along, twirl along the bush and catch redfish. Oh, some of them got to be experts catching redfish that way.
What about you were jumping off the boat and catching lobsters?
Me jumping out of the boat and catching lobsters.
Uh-huh. I read somewhere that you'd go up to the Keys and jump.
Oh, down the Keys, yeah, part of the Keys. Yeah, that was nice. Yeah, I'd go down and catch them with my hands. Get one in each hand about all you could, and then you would yourself up and dump them out of the boat and go back there and pull some more of them out. And there was one hole that I found out there on the reef. It was only about waist deep. And there was this big, huge hole out there. Looked like way down deep in there. So I was going down there, and they had this big old long barracuda in there.
Ooh.
Big old, it got 5 or 6 feet long. And I could tell that was his domain. And he didn't like for me to be in there. But I ignored him. When I went to, if I started swimming towards him, he'd back up. He'd go back. Then when I stopped and go back the other way, he'd come back towards me. And I see that, I wasn't afraid of him. But I'd go on down there. I don't know how many crawfish I got out of them holes. Catch them in my hands.
What about some of the famous people that used to come here? Ann Lindbergh?
Who?
Ann Lindbergh
And,
and Charles?
yeah, well, I heard a lot about it, but I never knew them. I was acquainted with them.
I thought Ann used to come down here.
Huh?
I thought Ann came here one time. You think
What?
back more. I think you told me one year about Ann's coming here, and she was so nice. But Charles wasn't as apt to come down. He kept away more.
Yeah, well, I did meet a lot of them, and of course now mine's slipping. I can't think
Okay,
of all
no,
of them.
so you don't, well, and Teddy Roosevelt?
No, I didn't know him.
Oh, well, he used to come here, and they used to come to Andy's dock. At least I read stories that he did.
Well, they might have come. A lot of
Uh-huh.
people came to the
Yes.
house. I didn't know.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, other people might have known. I didn't know.
No, let's see. Trying to. What about when they were only 2 cars on the island?
Oh, yeah. And they had a wreck. Yeah, I remember that. I forgot who it was. Who was it now? I remember that. I think it was Randall and some other, I don't know who the other was. See, Randall lived up the street here, and this road, the main road was to come down this way. See, and turn in and go on Chatham, and there's a road just went part of the way. We finally didn't have no road, had a walking path from here to the post office down this road. So we all got in there and cleaned up that and opened it up. That's when that road was going out and getting bad all the time out there. The main street was coming right down this way. I remember that deal. I forgot now who it was.